That bot lane can struggle a little bit later on in the game, but will stop the Skarner and the Rel in their tracks. Gwen is the pick for Irrelevant. It's the second time we've seen him play at this split. Last time did go pretty well. He didn't die and they won the game. I'll take that.
I've only just seen him. So BDS knows that this is going down, but aren't really in the position to trade on the opposite side.
BDS are bringing all 5 members across here. Weaver's wall coming out as well. Flacker's on the wrong side of that wall and he's going to be abandoned by his team. A Drake for a kill on Flacker. BDS get first blood. These 3 grubs.
Yeah, BDS just trying to get that wave push in topside to set them up. So they had the latents in places to move across for the Void Grubs, means that they lose one. And all they're doing is keeping the CS even. And realistically, that's all they really want to do. And it's Carlson who's been struggling as a result and may even struggle now.
Execution going down. Irrelevant looking for that needlework. Dashes forward. He's definitely struggling. Snip, snip. Irrelevant on the board again. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Sten pulled in. And it's Paris who secures the kill for BD back.
I am shook at either way.
And understandable. 1-1-3 looking for Sheo and Stend. Will force them out again. Can take away this control ward. 1-1-3 still stepping forward. Magnus Storm onto Flacken. Remember, this man has no flash and he hasn't got a hope in hell of surviving. BDS gets as well though. Camilo TPs to the mid lane to cover. He then loses a wave, 2 waves and a plate to top lane. Carlson's now going to be dived on the bot side because they saw all of Heretics moving up towards the top side. Irrelevant's going to get another plate. Public execution going in from Carlson. The needlework. Paris going to tank up that tower. But BDS, they're just happy to take more of these plates away in the face of Carlson. Yes, they didn't get the neutral objectives, but they got so much gold. 3,000 gold ahead now of BDS.
Yeah, I'm sure Sheo's going to get these Void Grubs, but realistically, I don't think Heretics are going to get a sniff at these towers in quite a while.
He's got 4 now. Yes, you know, BDS didn't get 4 grubs, so no mites are going to spawn. Didn't get any of the first 2 Drakes, so Heretics will get that portion on.
Getting to this point now and how they push these leads forward. Sheo trying to cover for a dive with 1-1-3 though.
1-1-3 looking for Carlson here. We'll get him back. The edge of Ishtal pulls him out with the Impale as well. Glacial Prison dodged with the Hallowed Mist. Sheo though can't avoid the needleworks. Pulled back with the Magnus Storm and now Irrelevant's continuing the dive. Sten's on his way across. Irrelevant will look for this tower and that should be first tower blood over to BDS. They get the kill and just teleport one of them up towards that top side. You can see Irrelevant shadowing Nuke. Irrelevant's actually going to be given the local gold as Glacial Prison goes down onto Paris. There's the Chain of Corruption follow-up. And a quick kill from Heretics as they accept their losses and just take a rift out of their own. Nuke's coming across there with that teleport. Ice pulled back. Weaver's wall towards Stend as well. They look for Flacker burst. Seismic shoves him back and immediately shoves him off this mortal coil. 1-1-3 came in from the side as well, but BDS won't chase Stend any further. Instead, they will take the 3rd tower of the game.
Sheo is getting the Rift Herald though. There's 0 vision on the support and try and contest this. And they establish no vision here. Plus Irrelevance in base.
He's not there yet. Glacial Prison hitting onto Paris there. 1-1-3's already used the Impale and Heretics are very healthy. 1-1-3 slain where he stands. Paris has to flash away. Public execution going into ice as well as Camilo chases him out. Irrelevant on the back line, but he's going to be on his lonesome in just a second. Camilo could look to dash back in here. Forces BDS away. Heretics get out with 5 members alive. And they killed out the enemy jungler. This could be a Drake into Articar.
Yeah, but there you can see the lack of confidence we talked about from BDS coming into play. They don't really decide on if we're going to fight Sheo, if we're going to take the Rift Herald. Are we taking resets? Everyone is making a different decision. They lose the fight, they lose the Dragon, they won't lose Atacon. At least Irrelevant can get something.
BDS don't quite have the damage without Irrelevant here. And Heretics will happily take up the mantle of tanking the Articar for now. No TP on Irrelevant as well as he's worked his way through that mid lane. He's on his way across Glacial Prison into the hostile takeover. Sheo gets the smite and now the false life on all 5 as Carlton dives the back line. Paris forces, he dives in. Ice doing a lot of work here though. And that's all of the false lives gone already. Carlton flashing across, trying to kill off Nuke. Can't quite get the damage in, nor can he take down Ice.
So Heretic, BDS starting up the Rift Herald. I think they're in a perfectly fine spot at this stage. The wave on bot side was pushed in.
Corner. About a 10-second difference between the Baron and the Soul spawn here. Obviously, BDS are yet to pick up a Drake so far. Irrelevant starting to harass Carlson down. Public execution going in, though. Look at the damage from the needlework. So with Paris on his way, the Ignite ticking won't be enough. Carlson expediates and gets the shield. Weaver's wall coming out from Nuke. Camilo will dodge to the other side of it. He did TP behind, but couldn't find any action.
Yeah, BDS using a hell of a lot of tools now to try and force this play on the bottom side. They need to get something to work here because 45 seconds until that dragon. Oh, 113!
113 jumping in, but the hostile takeover. He's met his maker. Heretics.
At any point in time, Irrelevant could push in bot and move to Dragon and solo Dragon. You can test everything.
Really nice tempo bait here, but then the Glacial Prism goes down. Irrelevant able to dodge away from it. Redemption onto Shale will heal him back up to about half HP. 113 still 7 seconds away from spawning. Irrelevant's needlework is 2 seconds away.
Kamilu still has the ultimate though. He could be. Oh no, he's caught!
Magnus Storm immediately. Sten gets one. Irrelevant gets the other. And now the Drake is secured by Heretics, but BDS will want their lives for it. Shale trying to back in the bush. Irrelevant dashes across the wall, and Shale will fall as well. It will be 5 for none in a 4v5, but the soul goes to Heretics.
This game is getting a little chaotic. Providing that DPS in the backline. Soul does go towards Heretics, which is nice, but it's Baron that goes over to BDS after this fight.
Great play all round from Nuke. Shale there, flashing at the last moment, thinking maybe he'd get over the wall, but face plants. And it gives a triple kill over to Irrelevant, who now has the Shadow Flame complete alongside that Riftmaker. Nash doesn't have that teleport at his disposal. Carson and Shale are looking for him. Glacial Prison immediately. They jump onto Irrelevant and they shut him down.
With Irrelevant now pushing in the bottom side, you've still got all ultimates available on BDS. And they, well,
Weaver's
Nuke
wall.
sends that one.
Flackett doesn't have flash, has got to use the cleanse, trying to get away. Redemption will save his life. The Impale only onto Stend. But that is a kill over to BDS, and now they're knocking on the doors of these inhibitors. You can see Irrelevant just shredding through the inhibitor tower and the inhibitor. Mid lane inhib and its tower will be forfeit as well. The base now in tatters over a single pick, really, onto Flackett. The follow-up onto Stend, costing him his life. You can see
they're not going to knock on the Nexus as this dragon spawns, but now they're not in the best spots.
Shale, good feet. Managed to dodge and his dancing shoes on. Kamilu comes back with the Void Staff completed. Flackett does have the Wit's End here as well. Carlson catching midwave, has teleport to join in a fight if it does begin.
Yeah, but you've got so many angles of attack here for BDS. They're going
double impale into the Weaver's wall. Redemption coming out. Sten with a hostile takeover as well, but Flackett's already so low. He's trying to put the damage down before he falls onto Paris. He'll get it into the bear now. He's respawning. Kamilu gets the shuffle back onto Irrelevant, but Irrelevant's still on top of him. Irrelevant will fall now 2 for 3. In the exchange, Kamilu and Carlson, though, both have the Ocean Soul, both healthy enough to continue to push back. Nuke with a seismic shot onto Carlson, doesn't quite get him onto that unraveled earth, and Kamilu continues to put those soldiers in. Flash into the Ishtal's impact. Carlson finds another. It's all on Kamilu, but he can't do much. Nuke with the flash.
And now they're going to try and dance their way with the health bars through this Elder Dragon, but even these...
They are deadly members. 9 kills between the two of them. Nuke and Ice, the ones with that Elder Dragon buff. I think actually Paris may have respawned in time to get it as well. So I was looking at our overlay, but you know, it's a rel. You know, it doesn't really matter that they have the Elder.
Look,
as the support in that case, you're feeling really happy, but otherwise doesn't really matter much. Inhibitors up in 30 seconds time in both mid and bot, but BDS will put their eyes on the top lane.
Yeah, Relevant just going to start to push that wave in, try and draw Heretics across to deal with that mid wave. Just giving it that Baron buff as well makes it a little bit nicer. Kamilu going to stand here though and clear it out. Ocean Drake doing work in these sorts of situations where you can just continuously heal up and make sure that you're not losing too much, but the slow chip is happening.
It's already down to half HP. 113 flashes forward into the Magnus Storm. There's the follow-up you're looking for. Paris gets one, almost falls himself, but is able to survive.
And the double to 4 kill! Double to that Elder Dragon doing work!
Pushing through mid. Well, 3.5, almost 4 items on both Kamilu and Flackett, and BDS don't have that Elder Dragon at their backs anymore. Glacial Prism going down, Sten with a handshake back into the Chain of Corruption, and 113 is CC'd for an absolute Ice Age. Taken out by Heretics, who cling on to all go towards the mid lane and see if we can win a front to back, because we are strong. You have a 4-item mid laner, you've got hostile takeover coming in from across the wall here, and look at the damage coming out from Ice. Public execution going in from Carlson. Paris doing a good job of distracting the backline, but with the damage coming out, Paris will fall Carlson down as well. Heretics will have teleport when he respawns. Kamilu now seen, TP's in, the inhibitor has respawned, 5,000 on the Elder. It all comes down to this. 113 trying to get him from the side, but immediately he's locked up and he will fall. Shale gets in and steals jaws of defeat. Heretics have found victory. Tell me whatever. Goddamn God, they've been.
Do you want to try and get through?
40 seconds on Nuke, 30 seconds on 113. Credit to Heretics. Every time 113 looked for a flank position, they have spotted him out. The flash under the bot lane tower, whenever he tried to get it just there, it's so good from them. And now, can they get the Nexus? 20 seconds still on Nuke. 113 coming up in 10. Ice still 20 seconds away as well. It's a 4v2 for now. Redemption coming out. Sten flashing forward, looking for Irrelevant. Will get the hostile takeover onto him. Paris jumping in as well. 113 has respawned. Paris falling low. Camillo's going to take him out. 113 misses the Impaler, goes between the uprights, and he'll pay for that with his life. Camillo's looking for a little bit more. They don't really have the wave here. Flaka steps forward and immediately is met with a turret shot to the face.
They don't have a real front line. Sheo trying to very quickly run his way up mid lane to get here. Nuke just trying to keep the wave off the turret so they can deal with it piece by piece. But Ice is being shut down piece by piece. But there may be peace needed at this stage because Heretics, they're running out of waves. Sheo's here. Can he find that engage that seals the deal for Heretics?
Nuke, Irrelevant, and Ice, and a Dream. Heretics have the cannon minion, and now they've got their front line. The tank is here. Let's see what the artillery can do. Sheo steps forward, tanks the tower. Glacial Prison immediately onto Irrelevant, who's put into an icy grave. Carlson dashing in as well. And Heretics from 13,000 gold in the hole.
A huge amount.
Ooh,
and
okay.
Seraphine for Flacket. I mean, it is a Flacket special. He's brought it out a couple of times, but wasn't something I expected to see in this position.
Yeah, it's when they banned the Senna, I was like, do they think that Flacket is going to go down into his bag of tricks? Because
No ward. So this is perfect timing from Sheo.
Goes round. Is he yanking first? He is. They jump onto Irrelevant immediately. Flash, stun, Irrelevant down, and 113 late to the party.
Go up towards that top side, look for a dive on towards Carlson. You don't have the immediate CC, and Aurora can be a little bit of a nuisance when she gets that ultimate down and she's able to pop around underneath the tower. So I think it will just be a case of get your Void Grubs and then try and reset, look for a play elsewhere on the map. But yeah, there you go. Just going to look so difficult with a potential counter gank at any point in time. Sending Shale sitting around mid, but there's nothing you can really do against Nuke unless he walks into Camillo.
Locked up. Face seal coming out as well. Gravity well down onto Camillo, and Powers will kill him off in the CC chain. Camillo going in, thinking he had the support of his jungler and his support, but they weren't able to get there in time.
Yeah, Sten is trying to hold the wave, but you've got 3 members of BDS here.
Who cares about holding the wave? Apparently, we're just going in. Paris gets the double knockup. 113 coming in from the side, and Sten is an absolute nightmare. Killed off with the Crescent Guard.
Oh, this is not a...
As well as Heretics have started up the grubs. Hook from Sten is going to land. 113 goes in with the Crescent Guard, immediately diving onto Sheo. TP is coming out as Sheo secures his first grub. Paris, though, headbutt pulverize. The depth charge will knock him up. There's the encore follow-up. Sheo trying to walk out of this one, but 113 is having none of it. He will get the kill. 3-1 now for BDS. Yes, they don't get all 3 grubs, but they get enough to get those mites.
Yeah, 113 realizing, hey, look, Sheo doesn't have that flash available. If I can get a good chunk now, Paris is able to set up the following of play. We're in a great spot. So Sheo falls. Camillo will get some alone time with the bot side turret, trying to alleviate some of that gold lead that had opened up for Nuke to fall 14,000 gold.
Yep.
Step 3, question mark. Yeah.
Step 4, Profit. Stend, Hex flash forward. They're looking for the damage onto 113, but look at the damage he puts down in response. Paris now in the middle of all of Heretics. Sheo almost falling. The equalizer ticking him. Sheo will survive. Turns his eyes back towards Dragon, gets the smite. Paris now taken out by Heretics. Camilla going in. It's a flipping wing conductor! I told you! Never doubt the Heretics! They know exactly what they're doing! They find 4! His team is having a good showing overall. Sten flashing forward, Grand Starfall, and Paris is caught unawares. Flacket takes the kill.
The TP back in, so at least they will cover, but...
Oh, Hook immediately onto 113. Nuke is here. 113 with the Crescent Guard, but Sheo there for the follow-up. Grading well coming out. There's the encore. And Camille wants a little bit more. Dives onto 113, who can't heal up with the Sunder Sky. Ice coming in from the side as well, but Sheo will flash the wall to get one. In the bot lane, Equalizer used to play out the wave. No big shocker there. Thinking more of the feats than I was of the Drakes. Camillo on the flank. Olsen's come across. Hook landing from Stend onto 113. Paris with a good headbutt pulverized. Depth charge coming out though. Crescent guard from 113 is doing a lot of work. Blacker with the encore onto the backline, but Carlson can't get into the fight. Nor can Sheo. There's a lot of damage from that high note. Camilo trying to get away from 113. Blacker there for a little bit of support, but it's Moral at best. 113 almost falling. Sheo diving back in. 113 going for Blacker. The Sundered Sky healing. Not going to be enough to keep him alive. And now BDS don't have a jungler. And Carlson is getting... They don't have a jungler to BDS. He's only up just now. There's the equalizer onto Flacken and Carlson. Sheo could continue to tank this for a little while, but the Electro Harpoons are doing quite a lot of work. Flash away from the hook by Irrelevant. Ice now in the middle of the fray. Carlson trying to dodge away. Flacken has to flash. Sheo instead on the wrong side of the wall. Nuke still chasing him in with that Arcane Storm. Headbutt pulverized combination on 2. Sheo dives back in for a bit of CC, but he's shut down. Flacken falls low as well and will be taken out by Nuke. Camilo jumping across the wall. Irrelevant 113 now here for the party. Carlson forced away, does have the TP if he wants to rejoin the battle. Camilo dived into his death. And after a messy first fight...
Meanwhile, Camilo's trying to help out on the other side of the fight, and he's getting completely caught out as well. Like, it's just misstep after misstep from Heretics, and a lot of it coming from, hey, missed coordination as... Okay, pick cap.
Yes, Nuke dies. Good pick there from Sheo and Carlson in the end. I think Nuke overstaying, looking for that first tower. Carlson gets the shutdown, which means he's 2,500 gold ahead now.
Yeah, so they do get something back, but yeah, I think Heretics, the team fighting does need to clean up a little bit, and just the coordination on the comp.
Thought maybe that blast coming from Sen could take him in. 113. We'll see his tower fall in front of his face. Second tower of the game for Heretics to clear out a little bit of BDS's vision.
Heretics haven't really got to use their 1-3 effectively. Camilo jumps back, but they're now trying to reposition Carlson towards his top side, but that opens up for BDS for the 5v5, where they're significantly more happy.
Sten was half HP. Oh, Paris popping the Unbreakable Will there at the start of the fight, thinking he was going to get hooked. Camilo trying to dive in, but 113, and Nuke will keep him at bay. Carlson doing the same, and he is isolated from the rest of Heretics. BDS fight
Pantheon as well as they needed to on these sidelines.
Haven't really had the opportunity, or haven't really had the impetus to find those in the game and just go back to pushing out these lanes.
Yeah, still BDS can push bot, get that bot tower as well, and not really be in a position to lose. So you're losing Dragon, you're losing bot tower, some extra gold going into the hands of key carries here for BDS. So it's a pretty big shift in the power dynamic, because Heretics up until now kind of felt like they've had the tempo and they're the ones that are a bit more in control, but fight, that's where you see Flacken get the value. But Nuke cost
onto Nuke. They're looking for the damage onto him. Base Seal comes out as well. There's the encore. Only get through the pulse life. Look at the damage back onto Camilo. Down to
in the initial play, they're going to take the top turret first, but I think you try and just force a fight here as BDS.
I agree with that strategy. I will say BDS have not been the most aggressive mid-game team of all, but now they'll look for Stend as they jump across the wall. Paris in the middle of the team right now. Irrelevant's the one who's CC'd up and has to pop the Soulwatch. 113 on his way across as well, but Irrelevant, oh, he flashes just in time, still killed off by Carlson. A root landing onto Paris as well, and perhaps that's why we haven't seen BDS be so aggressive.
Fight as a group. I needed to, sorry, I did say as a group, and that's my bad.
Yeah,
I need to be more detail focused apparently, and yeah, now you get the picks. Camilo going to get bot tier 2, and you've got a ton of control now for Heretics on this top half of the map. But again, this like small mistake.
See BDS fighting 4-member players strong around the mid lane. Coming across the side. I mean, BDS have the vision at the Drake pit. Hook from Stand onto 113. Looking for the follow-up here, but they don't have it. Paris will get the kill on his enemy support. Camilo jumping in, base seal, dashes back, flashes, and Ice puts him in the dirt. 113 flashing forward himself. He'll get stunned up. 113 almost falling. Paris will take an extra tower shot. He'll go down to Carlson. Carlson and Flacker can look for a little bit more here. Nuke, though, still standing strong, basically full HP. The weirding out from Carlson, and he's going to die to the ticks of Ignite. Not quite. Survives through it. BDS win the fight in the mid lane.
Yeah, Heretics not able to get the combos that they want to. Camilo kind of on a one-man mission. Ends up falling on the side, and now BDS, a third dragon to their name. You can see Sheo looking a bit...
This on vision. It's on vision, but there's no jungler. Sheo unable to get there for the steal. Carlson looking for it. Stend. Right, Hex flashed in and then went for the hook, and Carlson followed him, but now he realizes perhaps this is not where I want to be. Camilo looking for that flank as well. 113 with the crescent guard, Flacken with the encore. Only lands the charm onto one. Okay, it's over for guys. Oh, Camilo, man, you're 6/10 of the way to glory. It needs to be 0-10, doesn't it? You can't have one kill already.
Well, yeah, it's a disaster.
Yeah, the Heretics fights in this game have not been as good as their fights were in the last game.
First game was. Our first fight was.
Oh, the first fight was, you're right.
Yeah.
The second dragon of the game. And BDS are punishing them for it. Paris always on that front line alongside 113. Now they continue to push in, looking for the inhibitor here. They'll have the might spawn to help them tank it. Carlson trying to put some damage down himself, but can't really find the way in. Goes between worlds with that ultimate. Twofold Hex as well on 113. They'll save the inhibitor for now. Paris diving back in. There's the equalizer as well. Black is going to need to heal everyone up, because right now everyone's going pop. There's 2 down already for Heretics. And they can't really find an opening. They overchase. Ice untouched on the backline. At 3 items, the Sivir will rip you to shreds.
Nuke wasn't even there. That was just the 4 people left on BDS, so that's going to be the second inhibitor going down as Heretics overextend. BDS looking to end this here.
But they're only 7,000 gold ahead. Can they close from this sort of position? Well, they've taken the first Nexus tower, and they'll look for the second. Camilo jumping in. Ice with a good spell shield will block everything there. The Encore's going to hit him, but Blackhead has to flash back to the fountain to survive the onslaught from Nuke and 113. BDS will close out the game and take us to a game 3.
This one! The plates. The Gnar a little bit less sturdy underneath the tower. Now you also aren't as potent on the dive.
Symbiotic shoes that we've seen on things like the Galio or even on the Talia in the mid lane or the Cho'Gath. Stand once again looking for Paris. Paris a little bit slow with the Shield of Daybreak as Sheo's on his way. Paris slowed up, flash forward. Into the untarget ability there from Sheo, but with 113 on his way, the Loathing Lullaby cleansed away by Black, and Nuke comes across. Paris gets first blood. It's actually Ice who secures it. Stend having to flash away his flashback up. Ice has both his summoners. There's the arrow onto Paris, into the Charm, into the follow-up with the Grand Entrance. Charm comes back, Paris pulled back with Zenith Blade in though. Solar Flare goes wide, and Sheo is on the board on the... You don't want Heretics to get all 3 of these grubs. Heretics realize they can't get all 3 of them, so we'll back away after taking 1. Does mean they have the mites on their side, and Nuke and 113 will clear up the rest of this camp.
You're still going to guess. Carlson getting a good amount of pressure on the bottom side. Relevant ulting down just to try and get there as quickly as possible, stop the plate from going over, but Carlson should still get 1 with the demolish.
Sheo has got the Eclipse and has the Hound's Pursuit put to sleep with the Loathing Lullaby, and doesn't have a way out of there. No flash. He goes to Dreamland and wakes up in a nightmare.
Yeah, the invulnerability can't save you there. It's already targeting you as the sleep goes down, so even popping the invulnerability, it still lights out for Shale.
Just importantly, untarget chase him down any further. Arrow onto 113. There's Sten going in with the quickness as well in the chase. The flash across the wall from 113. He lives. He lives. The volley blocked by Paris, and Nuke 113 survives, but for how much longer is the question. Starts to walk away. Ice coming in, opening up onto Sheo. Dodge this. Ice gets his 3rd on the board. Maybe if Carlson can find a Gnar, or you have Spirit Rush into Charm from Camilo, you could do something, but 113 will be able to secure the smite.
But now starting to move back over towards his mid lane. Rifter are going to go down, so potential Dragon for mid lane trade.
Loathing Lullaby not available for 113. That Lilia ultimate still down. Nuke did TP to the mid lane after pushing up top. Sten looking for the engaged bullet time, stopped by Carlson. Immediately they dive onto Ice, but Ice is yet to die. That Bloodthirster healing him up so much. He'll exchange his life for Sheo's. Meanwhile, on the bottom side of the map, Nuke still putting the damage down into Carlson, who has to flash away from the decimating smash. The arrow coming out from Blackhead. He'll open up, but Irrelevant very tanky for the moment. Nuke will look for that spell flux, but he really needs the Rune Prison to connect. Onto Blackhead, gets the slow. More damage with the overload. In the end, a 2-2 exchange. I feel like it's going to be Sten. Oh, never mind. Another knockup coming out from Sten. Paris, the first target, down to half HP. Charm coming out from Sten as well as they dive onto Paris again, but the Solar Flare hits Camilo. Blackhead opening up, Paris able to survive. Meanwhile, Irrelevant's on the backline, Loathing Lullaby. Blackhead almost falls asleep, but he cleanses immediately. Camilo did take a brief nap, but is able to flash across the wall to survive. Carlson with the Mega Gnar, not able to survive. BDS find 2 again, and will take their 3rd Drake of the game.
The CC from BDS was perfect there. Paris landing up the double on Sten and Camilo, and even Irrelevant repositioning to hit everyone that was in that bush. And now BDS, 3rd Dragon. This is much more confident gameplay from the BDS side.
It really is. And now they might look for the dive here. 113 coming across Camilo. No flash, no Spirit Rush. Sheo is here to defend. Blackhead's on his way across as well. The arrow hits onto 113. Camilo looking for that charm. The Realm Warp, though, will get them all out. Good look for Camilo here. BDS do have first move towards it, but 113 will just step forward to make sure they get the tower. Arrow again. Watch out. 113 use Rakan flash. It does work well in team fights, but it's not as important as a cleanse flash out of ice, you know? Carlson is just going to ignore Irrelevant, who is living up to his name in terms of stopping it here in time to fight around the dragon. Sheo clearing out vision once again. Heretics pushing BDS back towards their jungle. Swellseed wide again. 113 looking for that blue. Steps forward. Flash forward immediately. Charm doesn't land the blooming blow. Sten looking for the charm himself. Unstoppable Onslaught coming out from Irrelevant. Ice kills off Sten, but 113 is going to fall as well. Irrelevant forced up towards the top side. BDS now fighting a 3v4. Another charm cleansed away.
For that 80 carry to regroup with their team. They find the pick they need, and Heretics will stop the dragon stacking for the moment for BDS. Irrelevant wasn't quite there in time. Even the bullet time from Ice wasn't on time. So now Heretics holding on towards mid tower.
BDS have spent an age trying to take down this mid tower. Ammo going in. There's the quickness. Follow into the Mega Nav, into the wall. Camilo finds the burst to fall. 113 will die, as will Sten. Irrelevant's going to come back from the dead. Camilo looking for a little bit more, dodges away from the Zenith Blade with that Spirit Rush. Heretics find two again. Their eyes immediately turn towards the Baron, but I think that might be a little bit greedy.
They want to try and go for Ice here. He step forward. Carlson moving in.
Ice still has the flash. He will use it to get away from the boomerang. Sheo Hawk shot for a bit of vision. Nuke trying to get that movement speed away. Sheo doing everything he can. Gets the shield out from the Seraph. Goes untargetable. And Nuke goes down. Camilo gets the shutdown.
Suddenly turns into a reset and a potential play at Baron, but Heretics, they found the fight that they needed. And it was a Sten-Carlson combo that really sealed it towards that top side, just to make sure he can pick it up, as 5 members of BDS are still strong in this mid lane, but still have to be careful of a BDS engage.
Double onslaught going out. They're going for Flack. It has no flash, remember. Sten forced up towards the top side. There's the quickness from him. The false life still sitting on Heretics. Irrelevant charmed up, and he'll go down. Bullet time opens up, but only on Carlson, who finds another Gnar and lands 113 and Nuke into the wall. Sheo diving deep. 113 going to fall. Paris getting chased out as well. Irrelevant's gone down. Paris has to flash the wall. Heretics haven't lost anyone. Only Carlson's false life. They're pushing for the mid-tier 1. And they will be able to secure it. I think Camilo's going to get it. And then Baron as well. Heretics have flipped this game on its head in the last 3 minutes.
Yeah, Heretics starting to keep their eyes on the prize here. It's a couple of kills, but it's the objectives that are going their way. They stopped the dragon stacking from BDS. Now Adacon, now the Baron. And what in theory should be, you know, decent opportunities at fights for BDS, it's just Heretics catching key members as BDS overextend.
A lot of credit to Heretics as well with how irrelevant it's a lot of his health bar. Carlson going up towards the Mega, lands the wallop as well. Meanwhile, like, the dragon is being taken while all of this is happening. BDS getting forced out, and they
did get the wave though, which is kind of crucial here for BDS, because ideally, hang on.
Spirit Rush across the wall. Orb of Deception not going to be enough, nor the volley. Irrelevant survives with 150 HP. Camilo now rushing forward, looking for Ice. They jump onto him, and Ice is defrosted. 113 next on the menu. A 2-man sleep will be enough to keep him alive, but not enough to save his towers. Meanwhile, Sheo's just been pushing in the bot side this entire time.
This game has become a hokey pokey for Camilo. He's going in and out and catching everyone on BDS. And now with the TP from Camilo towards the mid lane, Heretics want to take down BDS right now.
The early game was not what they wanted, but Heretics have bounced back. The first Nexus tower has been razed to the ground, and Irrelevant can't clear out this wave. It's all on Nuke to really do so. 113 going through with the blooming blows, but can't get onto the backline at all, and can't get out of the fountain. Irrelevant down as well. They're getting married! Heretics will pick up the win and take their second series in the LEC Spring.